how can anyone say they love their better half and then go on and cheat on them? They do not know what love is. They are simply self-centered pieces of shit that only care about themselves. And if society sees shitting on your spouse as normal and acceptable, I want no part of society. Fire! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ropafadzo Dambire. I'm so excited to be back here. Tototi Magadidiko. We say, how are you? It's been such a long time, guys, and I should apologize because, in fact, I want to apologize to myself because I've let myself down, because I honestly thought when I was going to come back, I was going to come back with a bang. But it's somewhere along the lines, I went MIA. So I'd like to apologize to myself, and I'd like to apologize to my very faithful fans. Some of you were even coming into the inboxes and were like, girl, what's going on? Like, why aren't you giving us content? But guess what? I'm back. And the content is better, it's bigger, and it's awesome, guys. As you can see, I'm joined by a special someone. Hold my hand, guys. Special someone. Meet my boyfriend. I'm just joking, guys. But I guess some of you are thinking like that. No, he's not my boyfriend, but he's a friend of mine. Met Alvin Chenakira. I don't think I have to do much of the introduce. I'm just going to leave the floor to him so that he can just introduce himself. Alvin, can you just let our viewers know, who are you, what do you do, anything interesting that you would want our viewers to know?
Okay. Thank you so much for having me here.
You're welcome.
It's my first time to be recording this type of session. I'm so excited to the topic we're going to discuss today together. Okay, like what she said, my name is Alvin Chenakira. For me, I have an aka Alvin the Guide.
Oh, okay.
So I go on Facebook, Instagram. I am a tour guide. I do traveling. That's what I do, mostly.
Guys, this is interesting. Like, he's a tour guide, and like, I'm a, oh, by the way. Sorry, I just have to like grab it in there. I'm sorry, stealing your shine. But guys, sis is a whole graduate now. As you're saying this now, like, I'm an entire graduate. Honors degree, guys. Honors degree. We bagged it. Anyway, so like, as he's a tour guide, and I studied tourism. So like, it's a very cool combination. Hey, like, yeah, you see why we talk to each other. You see why we understand each other, right? Anyway, guys, so you might be wondering what we're gonna be talking about today, guys. This is so awkward because like I've been so MIA, and like the first thing that I'm talking about is like, yeah. Anyway, we can tell from the title down below. Today we're gonna be talking about why do men cheat. And this is an interesting topic for me because I was in a taxi the other morning, and we somehow got to that discussion, and my taxi driver, being a guy, he was talking a lot of nonsense actually, and I was just like, I remember what I said. I'm like, guys, if a man cheats on me, especially if we're married, I'm gonna make sure that it's gonna hurt. I'll sleep with your brother. Or better yet, I'll sleep with that one friend of yours that you have known since childhood. Do you know what's worse? If I sleep with your father. Ooh. And then I make sure that we get married, ne? And then I'll be your stepmother. My dear, I'll chase you out of the house. It will hurt. I'll make sure that it will hurt. So guys, don't you dare do it. Don't you dare do it. These days,
Say no to cheating.
Say no to cheating. Anyway, before we get carried away, let's get right into the video. Okay, so why I have Alvin here today is I wanted to get a male perspective on as to why men cheat. I mean, of course, I have my own reasons. I think I know why men cheat or why people cheat in general. But I wanted to know, I wanted us to get into the male mind. Like, how do zvinobonyatsoita sei mumaindi varume kana vachisiya vasikana ava handiti vakasvikasvika nevakadzi vavakasvikasvika vachienda kunzoko. I want to understand from the male perspective kuti what will be happening. So yeah, he's here to give us the male perspective. I think I won't be doing a lot of talking today. I'll just probably be asking questions, and if I feel like I need to talk, really, which is obvious, I'll obviously feel the need to talk. But yeah, I don't want to talk a lot today. Anyway, so Alvin, why do men cheat? Why do men cheat?
The reason could be the love will be fading away, or there are things which the girlfriend or the wife will be doing which the guy does not like. So when I go out there in the world, I might find a person who likes hiking, doing these, going to these places, but my wife or my girlfriend might not be doing that. Even though if I air my concern, she'll be like, no, she won't take it serious. So that's why you opt to do that decision, to now be entertaining someone else who's not your partner.
Okay. So I understand the love might be fading, but I think, isn't there a way that we can like avoid, okay, forgive me for trying to get too deep into the root cause, but like, I don't understand how, in as much as I understand where it's coming from, I also don't understand, because I understand the love could be fading. I understand that part. I think it could happen. There is a possibility that it could happen. But also, I don't understand how love gets to fade. Like, what happens? Like, this is the woman that you decided, okay, like, especially for married people, like, you choose, like, you're gonna get married to this person and you say those vows for better, for worse. And then one morning you just wake up and you, like, feel like those feelings that you once felt are no longer there. Like, I don't understand, like, have you ever cheated before, actually?
No.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
100% sure. I never cheated.
Have you had friends who have cheated?
Yeah, I have.
And, like, do you guys talk about it, like, why did you cheat? Or it's one of those things like, hey, like, actually, like, that's an interesting question. Like, okay, like, if your friend cheats, do you actually have that point where you're like, homeboy, like, yeah, I cheated on Ropafadzo today, or I've got a side chick, like, and what do you guys do when your guy friend comes to you and tells you things like that? What do you decide to do?
Okay. Yeah, we do discuss about those issues, but not too much. It's like, guys, so if my friend comes to me like, actually, my partner, as a friend, the first thing I would do is, no, that's not the right way. It's not like we support each other. Like,
I don't believe it.
The reason why it's not good, because maybe in that circle of our friends, we know each other.
Okay.
So I'll feel sympathy for the girl. No, I think he must work out things, blah, blah, blah. But for guys, we just let the guy do whatever he wants.
But then again, I feel like circles could be different because, not to say Christians don't cheat, but I feel like sometimes when you go to church and things like that, there's a possibility that there's something that will like hold you back from doing certain things. And then if you're like, if there's nothing that's holding you morally responsible, as friends, you could be like, we probably know each other's side chicks, and there won't be anyone to say like, I'm Dara, like, oh, hey, homeboy, like, don't you think you're taking things a bit too far? Don't you think you're doing things the wrong way? So couldn't it be also about like the cliques?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, sometimes.
The type of people you hang out.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, and then you mentioned the other one. You said because it has lost some. Your relationship has lost something, right? I think you mentioned something along those lines. But isn't there something that you can always do as a person? You mentioned that maybe sometimes you air it out, and then your partner isn't receptive to what you've just said. Because I feel if if you're doing something, let's say per se we're dating and me and Alvin are dating, and I feel like, okay, things are no longer as, like exciting as they used to be. I feel like I'm gonna try and make the effort and be like, babe, don't you think we should go hiking? Don't you think we should go on a trip, like far away from the environment that we're used to, Can't you just put in that effort? And I mean, I can understand if when you've on your side, if you have put effort in and the other side isn't receptive, then maybe there's a leeway. Okay, we can understand. Okay, he tried. We can say he tried. But there are like other people who don't even try. Like he just feels like, me, I'm not getting that anymore. Let me go and look elsewhere, These days she's not hugging me anymore. These days, I don't know, guys. Like,
yeah, I think for guys who don't speak out, it's just because the real reason is what was the point of being with the person in the beginning? So if you cannot continue to communicate with your partner, it's all borderlines to communication. So like,
maybe are you saying this because you're not yet married or what? Yes, because you were asking yourself, what was the point of being with the person in the first place? Guys, can you hear this, girls? Somewhere out there is a man who's wondering why I got involved with this lady in the first place. Can you imagine?
So if you think about it first, and if there is some like concerns or arguing all the time, you can reflect on the time you've been with that person, mostly the good memories. But people always quickly to think about the bad thing the other person did. So when you think about it, then you say, I still want this good feeling. I would communicate with my partner. I think if you change this and this and this, because I'm not happy because of that, before I quickly go.
Yeah, because honestly, I feel like there's always a way to like help each other get to a certain place. Like, firstly, communication. Communicate if like things are not the way they used to be before, and try to like identify what exactly led us to this point. For example, it's your sex life. I feel like it's even better to watch porn together at that extent if like you're not happy with how she's performing. If maybe it's emotion, you're not getting to each other emotionally, there's like an emotional barrier there. Say a psychologist, not a psychologist, what do you call those people? Therapists, those people who like you sit down with. It's a shame as Black people we don't believe in psychologists and therapists and whatnot. But like go to those people, you can like talk about it, and you talk about the challenges that you're facing as couples. And even I feel like in most of our churches, forgive me if I continue referring back to churches because of my religious belief, but yeah, excuse me. But I feel like even a church, they like other pastors were even were able to help you. Like you can go and then you get counseling on those things. And then if you're not married, I feel like communicate. You guys, like there's nothing that is holding you back from like communicating, especially when you're not married. You like communicate. Basic point, communicate. Like, babe, we're not doing this anymore. What's happening? We're not eating out anymore. What's happening? Your game is not as good as it was before. Girl, what's happening? Experiment, do the things. Just at least try before you decide to go out there. Another person. Anyway, oh yeah. So I wanted to ask, why is it that it's socially acceptable for a man to cheat than it is for a woman to cheat? Like I've heard a lot of excuses, especially in Zim. There's this one. Ndosh nita la rume. Hello. Ndosh nita ni saga. Because at this point, I feel like I think I've said this so often, and if you listen to some of the things that I do say, but I feel like I've always said, Kuti, we are teaching the woman so much on how you should respect a man, how you should take care of a man, how you should do things at home. But there's no one who is teaching these men how to behave. Like, no one tells you, like, how you should treat a woman, how you should do things. Because it's also, for us, you're told, no, you should respect him, you should submit to him, you should do this for him. And then we get married to these people and they're teaching us like trash. Huh? And dating, like, I don't understand. I really don't understand the point where we got to, I don't understand how we got to a point where it becomes so acceptable for a man to cheat, and then for a woman it's like taboo. I even, as when the taxi, the other girl was talking about how there's this lady, so she was in a relationship with this guy for like, I don't know how many years, and then they've got 6 kids, and she's like in her 30s now, and they're still not married. It's something that's quite normal here in Namibia. You could be dating for 50 years and you decide to get married on your 50th anniversary. I don't understand how that works, but oh well. So yeah, they got the couple got married last year, and throughout these years, the man was just treating this woman like trash. He was cheating in and out with people my age, and even like in their teen, people were like, I'm a 2000, I'm a 2000, hey, and he's probably in his 40s or 50s, and I think the woman got to a point, I think this happened this year, the woman got to a point where she was fed up and she went and looked for a Benton. Was this man not angry? This man decided, like, no, I want a divorce, I don't want you anymore, what not. And as society started to be like, hey, the woman is wrong, what not. And I'm like, it's like, all this while when this man was doing his shenanigans, it was fine. But because the woman decided to look for a Benton, it becomes a problem. Hi, why? Answer us. I don't understand. I don't understand. Why?
First of all, black men don't cheat. Black men don't cheat. And I still stand by it. They don't cheat at all. So, people always, like what she was saying, for a man to cheat is okay, for a guy to cheat is okay. It's because of the mindset and how we were taught. Our grandfathers had like 6 wives, 8 wives, and all those things. But the woman was not allowed to have many husbands. So it's because of culture back in the days. So what you said is true. There are no people who tell us how to treat a lady, how to do this and this and this. So we just adopt the old culture, or to now follow the new trend.
But we're such a modern. The thing is, we're such a modern generation, hey, where we have got all these, like, even when you're looking at yourself, how many things are you culturally attached to? If I may say that, how many things do you follow, like, be it tradition or culture? It's like, why is it that this one thing is the one thing that you have to follow? You have to follow that your ancestors had 8 wives, but everything else, the ancestors treated the women nicely. You do not want to follow that. The ancestors did that, but you do not want to follow it. But just this one thing. I know you guys like things. You like things.
You could be. I don't know what other guys.
I think it's an issue of not being of being selfish. Like, you just want more. You can't be satisfied with what you have, and you just want more. Because even when you go out there and you get someone else, it's not like it's gonna stop there. Maybe the girl might decide, this life is not for me. Jesus did not die for me to be a side chick. And she decides, you know what, I can't be like this. And she decides to leave. And you're gonna look for the next one, and it becomes a cycle. And sadly, you forget, Kuti, it brings a lot of things. It's gonna bring, I'm never gonna be able to trust you. If I find out, I'm not going to be able to trust you in the relationship. And then you might bring diseases into the relationship. And my children might not even be able to, if I've got children, my children might not even be able to respect you as a man anymore. Or they might take the characteristics that you had, and it becomes a cycle all over again. They're going to do that to their wives, or the daughters might think that this is how men behave, and as a result, we have this. This is how men are, and even when you're just in the dating phase, really, you just want the forbidden fruit elsewhere. You just not satisfied, you just. I think that's the issue there for me personally, because cheating is
a choice.
It's a choice. Okay, so I read this somewhere. It says, Steve Pelps who studied manufacturing at Mott Community College. Anyway, he said this in 2000. Let me say this. The fact that society accepts any person cheating, man or woman, as normal shows just how far society has gone down the drain. Cheating, betrayal, and lying being normal? Not caring about your spouse or partner, this is how you show it, by cheating on them. Being untrustworthy, you bitch. If you cannot be faithful to your wife or husband or your partner, anyone cannot be faithful. Anyone that cheats may say they love their better half, but their actions prove otherwise. If we truly love our spouses or partners, we only want the best for them, right? We would never on purpose hurt them in any way, right? Then how can anyone say they love their better half and then go on and cheat on them? They do not know what love is. They are simply self-centered pieces of shit that only care about themselves. And if society sees shitting on your spouse as normal and acceptable, I want no part of society. Mic drop. Mic drop. I feel like he just said it right there. I don't want to be part of that society where cheating becomes acceptable, whether it's a man or woman. In as much as I said why men cheat on this video, but it shouldn't be right, whether it's a woman or whether it's a man. But I was coming from that point whereby it's so much, it has become acceptable for our community to say men can cheat. And when a woman does it, it's no. But either way, it's not right. Whether you're a man or woman, whatever gender you might be, it's not right.
Yeah.
Any closing words?
I feel like I just want to say, if you don't like your partner anymore, just end the relationship. I think it's better for everyone rather than to cheat, because, like you said, to give diseases, other women can get pregnant. It's too messy. So I feel like we don't want anymore. But what usually guys do, they want to stand by behind. So you cross the other bridge. Just so simple. If she runs, you can go back to your wife or your girlfriend. So we should do better. I want to support cheating. I'll say no to cheating. Please.
Yeah,
please,
we
say
no to cheating. Yeah, I think that's all that we have for you today. And yeah, do not forget to like, comment, share, and to subscribe. And if you've got anything that you want to say based on this video, feel free to share in the comment section. And do not forget to check this guy out, Alvin the Guide. If you want to tour Namibia, he is your guy. He is the person to go to. He will show you the real, all of Namibia, any place that you want to. But just your money, guys. Just make sure that you can't expect to travel around Namibia with $2, huh? Can't. Anyway, guys, love and light. I love and appreciate you. Bye.